Okay, today for Thursday and Friday's project on mythological monsters, we are going to be making a Greek monster research guide. And I will be showing you the papers that are in your packet for that, but this is the finished product. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking our fact sheets and using our information, and we're going to be summarizing in our own words with complete sentences about key facts about the 5 mythological monsters. Now on the front page, okay, you're going to be making, and I'm going to give you more instructions, but you're going to be making an accordion. See that, how it's an accordion type book. And on the very, very top front, that's going to be on showing like this, you're going to have the material that says Greek Monster Research Guide. Now on the front, I want you to pick whichever one's your favorite, and I want you to draw a picture of it. So here's Medusa. And yes, that is my artwork. And then you're going to put created, and you're going to put your name. And so that's all you have to do on the front one. Just kind of give some characteristics about in your picture. So because that's snakes, hopefully you were able to guess that was Medusa. If not, then I'm telling you that is Medusa. Kind of put her face as orange, just kind of show kind of creepy monsterish. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your handouts that are in your packet that look like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut each one out. So you have the research guide cover, then you have Hydra, you have Polyphemus and Minotaur, and then you have Cerberus and the Gorgons. Okay, so you should have 6 when you cut them out. Now, when you cut them out, I don't want you to cut along the dotted lines. I want you to cut along the very outside edge right here. See how I did it? If you do it on the dotted line, it won't fit on your paper once you get your paper folded and ready. All right, so you're going to take each one and you're going to cut it out. And you're going to cut it out on not the dotted line, but the very edge. See how I did that? So you're going to cut out all 6 of them. All right, now, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take your key. You're going to before you glue down, you need to do this part. I want you to ignore where it says description, because you're giving your description and your key facts. So you don't need to do anything right there. See how I just left it blank? All right. So you're going to take your 6 facts that you have on the back of your fact sheet, and you're going to summarize in your own words of a paragraph. Now, you know from Mrs. Cox and you know from Mrs. D, a paragraph has complete sentences. And you're going to take your facts and you're going to have capital letters. You're going to end with punctuation. You're going to have a subject. You're going to have a predicate. You know what a complete sentence is. So you are going to take your key facts that you wrote down and you're going to make a summary paragraph in your own words. So I will just kind of share with mine. Do not copy what mine is. Thank you very much. But you are going to take your key facts. All right, so the Minotaur. I started with a capital letter. I started with a complete sentence. The Minotaur is a mythological monster that is part man and part bull. I took my key fact, part man and part bull, and put it in a complete sentence with a capital letter and a period. Now, to get all my 6 facts, I got to watch the size of my writing. So for some of you, this is going to be a big challenge. It needs to be nice and neat. All right, and then I continued on. He lives under King Minos's castle in a labyrinth. He is very strong and likes to eat people. All right, so I have my pronoun. I don't have to write the Minotaur every time. I can substitute out a pronoun. All right. Each year, 7 boys and 7 girls were put in the labyrinth to be eaten. All right, so then down here on image, I put my I put my Minotaur, and I just kind of drew a design of what a labyrinth that was under. Remember I told you it was a maze. And so I have taken facts and I have turned them into my own summary paragraph. Now, I know with a paragraph, I have to have capital letters. I have to have punctuation. I have to have a subject. I have to have a predicate that agrees. So I did the same with Polyphemus. And I put a sheep because that's what he raised. And I kind of also put him in kind of like a Tarzan. Both of these look like they kind of have a Tarzan. All right, again, use complete sentences. Polyphemus is the son of Poseidon. He is a large, one-eyed cyclop. One-eyed, and look at that, I made a mistake right there. He lives on an island in a cave where he raises sheep. He ate several of Osiris's men. In return, they poked his eye with a stick and escaped from the island alive. All right, so there again, complete sentences, capital letters, periods, and summary paragraph. Okay, so here's my Hydra. Kind of made him look like a dinosaur, didn't I? And then I have his heads. And then I did the same with Gorgons. I used all three sisters. And then the Cerberus, I did, here's the river Styx. And then I have my three-headed dog. So I am taking my key facts from each of my research guide pages, my fact sheets, which are these guys right here. When I talk about my fact sheets, I'm talking about this right here of each of the 5 mythological monsters. Now I'm putting them together and I'm making a summary paragraph of the key details and descriptions. So again, I don't need to do the description part because I'm doing it right here. So that's why I want you just to leave that blank. Well, then you're going to take your your green piece of paper that's coming home with you, and you're going to cut these out, and then you're going to do your writing, you're going to do your illustrating, okay? And then what you're going to do is to make an accordion. You almost do it like a trifold. All right, so you kind of look to see, does that look the same on this side? And then I put a fold, and then I'm going to do it on this side. I'm going to look at what I did. I flipped it over. And I'm going to now bring this over here. I'll line up my edges. Okay. And now when I open it, it looks like an accordion. Okay. All right. So then I'm going to take, after I have written in nice, neat handwriting, after I have written, if you want to type it and on a computer and then cut it out and glue it down here, absolutely, you can do that too. So I've got to get my key facts from my fact sheet. I showed you again what that was. The fact sheet is right here. And I am taking my facts that I wrote in on my sheets. And then I'm turning them into complete sentences to write my Greek monster research guide. I'm cutting on the edges, not the dotted line. Then once I'm through, on the very front cover, I'm going to put my monster research guide. I'm going to glue it. Then I'm going to turn here. I'm going to put one. It doesn't matter what order. I have Hydra. No, I'm sorry. I have Gorgons, Cerberus. It doesn't matter. So you'll put one of your research papers here. You'll put one of your research papers here. You'll flip it to the back. You'll put one here, and you'll put one here, and you'll put one here. Now, I know your paper's bigger, so what I want you to do is I want you to put them up as, look how much, I just left a little bit of an edge. I'm going to put them up here, and then I'm going to cut where I have my last one. So look at my measurements right here. Okay, when you see that, then after I glue it, and I see that I have it nice and centered, I see I have it illustrated, I have a good paragraph that Mrs. D would accept, or Mrs. Cox would accept. And then I'm going to leave just a little bit of edge, and I'm going to cut right here. And I can keep this scrap for my own, or I can throw it away. But you will need to make sure that you have complete sentences. You will need to make sure that you have your illustration. You'll need to make sure you forget that you leave this part, this description, because you have the description right here. All right, so you have Thursday and Friday to work on this. All right, have fun.